Wow, we would like to thank Erin for sharing that with us. And I believe we have Erin and her instructor Eric with us now. Chelsea, do we have any questions in particular that anyone has for our performer?
We do not have any. Hold up. We don't have any questions.
Chelsea, I have a little bit of
Sorry
feedback.
about that. We do not have any. Oh, we do have some coming in. Erin and Eric, if you don't mind unmuting yourselves, that would be great. We have a comment that maybe it comes from an educator because it says do the project, Erin, or Phoebe. We have a comment that this was enlightening, and then we have a question that says, where did the idea for the play come from?
Well, Erin, I think that's a question for you.
Oh, where'd she go?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
Erin, you with us?
Yes. So
we have. Oh, okay.
Sorry. I kind of the idea for this play, kind of just came to me spontaneously, because I was doing an independent study, for like a last required credit, in playwriting and directing. So I was planning on writing something before the pandemic that could actually be staged, and directed and performed, but obviously that didn't work out like that. So I thought it would be really interesting to see what a play in like a Zoom format would look like, and a different medium. And I kind of grabbed from different experiences that I saw my friends and other people in my class experiencing with the pandemic, as seniors and people in different socioeconomic backgrounds, and kind of just built them into these two characters, and went from there. And it was a really interesting experience to write and record. So yeah.
Thanks, Erin. We also have a comment that says that was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
It was a great script, so moving, you made me cry.
Oh,
and the quote, exist for a moment and not fell so many things. The next, feel so many things, whoops. The Zoom format totally worked for me. I'd watch a full web series following this story. Thanks for sharing your work.
Yeah.
Great comment. Have you thought more about pursuing more work in this format?
Yeah, I've actually thought about, like maybe making a series of vignettes or short plays in this format, because it worked surprisingly well for me. And it's accessible, and it's like much easier than having to like get a set and get costumes and everything. It's just very simple. And I think if you can make theater in a setting that's accessible and is intimate, and like is received by people, then it's good. So yeah, I'd definitely love to do more in this format. So
what was the most challenging aspect of this work?
I think that the most challenging for me was the rehearsal process, honestly, because we couldn't rehearse in person, and we were kind of our own directors, me and Ethan, my friend who I did this with. So, it was up to us to make the choices and find the character's motivation over Zoom. And also, acting on Zoom I found was really, really tricky because just everything looked different and felt different, and I would watch it back and feel like I was overacting or be too self-critical. So those were two challenges, but I think that I learned a lot from them, and ultimately I think that it came together in the end. So yeah.
We have another comment saying very moving and great script and performance.
Thank you very much.
Erin, thanks so much for sharing that. How did your approach move you personally in understanding of self in the context of building your future during a global pandemic?
Oh,
Heavy
wow.
question.
I think, I personally tried to put a bit of myself into each of the characters. And I think that, a question I was really trying to answer in the play was, how, where do we go from here? We're young people, how do we build a future? How do we make things work for ourselves when, they always say, our lives are just beginning, but everything's being put on hold. And I think that it was kind of just, I was trying to find a reflection of just that feeling in this, and almost like a coping mechanism for myself, because of all the uncertainty and confusion, just kind of pouring my heart and feelings out onto paper and turning them into a play, and manifesting that in other characters, made up characters, was very therapeutic for me and kind of helped me get a grip on the whole situation. So I'm not sure if that answers the question, but that's definitely
Great answer. How many takes were involved?
Takes?
Yeah.
Oh, so many. Oh my goodness. And they're all recorded. We had to, it was very difficult because if we would mess up one line, we'd have to start over again, or a dog would bark, or there were, I think we did 17 in total. It was crazy. I should make a compilation of our angry.
I was gonna say, are we gonna see the bloopers?
Yeah, well, of us being all serious, and then, but yeah, quite a few takes.
Did Ethan contribute to his character, or was his part to perform what you wrote? So was Ethan's character your writing?
Yes, a little bit of both, actually. So I wrote the dialogue, and when we were rehearsing at first, we ended up ad-libbing and improvising a lot of dialogue when we were talking, just to kind of get a natural teenage cadence. And he would ad-lib a line, or throw something in, he says at one point, what's the deal with airline food? That was him. And so I wrote the kind of base dialogue, and he tweaked it and manipulated it and made it his own, which was really great. So yeah, it was definitely a collaborative writing effort.
We have another comment that says, so mature and well-spoken. We are lucky that you are the future.
Thank you so much.
With that, can you tell us a little bit about what's next for you?
Yeah, so I'm taking a gap year this year. I was planning to be in a play, but unfortunately it got postponed due to COVID. So I'm hoping to travel to Arizona, where my grandmother is moving, and do some volunteer work with immigrants and migrant workers. And then I'll be going to Sarah Lawrence College in New York and studying theater and film and writing, and just arts in general. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, I want to personally and on behalf of VSA and VSBA and all the participants say thank you so much for sharing this piece with us. It was wonderful, and thanks for being on here to answer questions. I want to give Eric, your teacher, a chance to say anything if he'd like to. Eric, do you have anything to add?
Well, I'd just like to say it's really nice to see Erin's work shown like this. Erin's been an absolute delight to work with these past 2 years, and I'll miss having her around next year. And I think that this is a good demonstration of how students become engaged with the arts, even in times like these. And I'm glad to see her embracing new technology that several members of the theater community around the nation have been using over the past couple of months to deal with the lack of ability to create, in real time, in real space with other people. I think that Erin and Ethan have done a great job of tackling this kind of new world that we're in now.
Thank you. Thank you, Erin and Eric. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Dave, we'll bring it back to you.
Thank you very much. And Erin, if you can still hear me, we appreciate your art, we appreciate your effort, and we appreciate you being with us today and enlightening us with what you have to share. We're excited to hear about how things unfold for you. To the rest of the group, we are now going to take a 15-minute break. During this time, our next presenters will be setting up and troubleshooting for their presentation. This will be live, so just be aware there will be some things going on your screens. But please join us back here promptly at 2:15 p.m. Once again, please return at 2:15. Thank you very much.